I'm glad that you brought up foreign policy, or the 13-year-old brought up foreign policy. My question is also in the same regard. One of the most successful foreign policy initiatives, actually a legacy of President George W. Bush, has been his funding in support of PEPFAR, which is the President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief. And I was a teacher last year in Tanzania at a women's business school, and I taught health, and I've seen the success that PEPFAR has had in sub-Saharan Africa, and Tanzania specifically. Yeah. We can end AIDS in my lifetime. We can be the generation to see AIDS eradicated, and I would like you to commit, if you're president, to be the president to end AIDS and to commit to having all 30 million on treatment by 2020. And that would just take a 7% increase on PEPFAR, which President Obama has slashed the funding of PEPFAR. And we would really like the next president to restore that funding. Yeah. And we hope that it's you if you're president.
Well, let me tell you, I've already done that. I've already done that as a senator. I've called for that. And I've been very involved in supporting that program. And I want to give credit to an organization called ONE, which I've worked with very closely on that issue. And I absolutely, just so, for those of you that aren't aware, George W. Bush created this program of funding for treatment for HIV/AIDS in the African continent. And today there are literally countries in Africa where there are millions of people alive because of you. Because of you. They're alive because of you, the American taxpayer. This is an extraordinary achievement from a moral perspective, but also from a geopolitical perspective. It is not going to be easy to turn these people into anti-American jihadists after they know that the reason why they're even alive is because the American taxpayer funded antiviral treatments. When she talks about an AIDS-free generation, she's absolutely right. We now have the medical capability of preventing the transmission of HIV from the mother to the child. And if you can prevent the transmission of HIV from the mother to the child because the viral load is so low, you have the prospects of an AIDS-free generation. That's an extraordinary achievement. Not just globally, but in this continent where HIV was killing, HIV/AIDS was killing hundreds of thousands of people in multiple countries. So I'm a big supporter of the program. It doesn't, and quite frankly, the money over the years, as we cure it, you will see it coming down rapidly. But it's that, and it's not just HIV/AIDS. We have to deal with malaria, and there are other underlying consequences. Look, Africa has always been the continent of the future, which means it never has fulfilled its potential. I think it has a chance in the 21st century to fulfill its potential, and what it would mean to the world would be extraordinary. So I'm a big supporter of PEPFAR. We will absolutely fully fund it.